And he's your new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Cool.
Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up, good as new. Sure, have at it.
Fully design, modify, and paint your ship. The floor gauge on the right tells you where new modules will appear. When the floor gauge is at 0, for example, new modules will be placed at the center mass of the ship. Building new ship modules will cost credits, and deleting them will give you credits back. Shipbuilder will keep a running total and process the transaction at the end. There's a flight check that will give you a warning of errors if your design is invalid for any reason. This is actually really cool. Ooh. Weapon hard points. Cool. Let me see what ships you have for sale.
Sure you can find something you like.
It's a dolphin. Or not a dolphin, an orca. How much is this? 1100. That's very low. What's this? Galileo. Responder. These costs are extremely low for ships. That is shocking. What is this? This is crew capacity, repair rates. These are tiny boys. Shield breaker. That does look kind of cool. Cool. Where'd you say you could sell things?
The Authority runs a vending kiosk next to my booth. It's just off to the side, near the ramp. Besides that, Jemison Mercantile is your closest shop if you're looking for a bit of everything. That's further in, past the security checkpoint.
Where can I go if I need to find crew?
I would try the viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
So... I'm not going to be using laser. Instigating that. What do we got here? We got thermal. We're gonna hold on to both of these for now. Ooh. Put that on.
can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. It kinda smelled, but I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
That's where you're going.
Don't you think? Freestar Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted. No questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
May I help you?
The well's been having runouts all the time. Past 5% of down.
No, just no way.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Yeah.
Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty?
I agree with that statement.
So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events.
So who are you?
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varun crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman?
Spacers. Who are they?
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and
What's upsetting?
ask questions never.
House Varun. What is that?
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
Okay.
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier. Goodbye.
You're out there alone, right? In space. Just to do us all.
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it
This looks like an adult
These
head on
other
a kid's
people
body.
About serpents and stuff. Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child? Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
She
May I
can't
help you?
do this to me.
I think you did it to yourself, buddy.
Sorry, can't talk.
Ever run into spacers? Scumbags and scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities, taking whatever's not nailed down.
Ah, no one saw me.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP in A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid an MS. But at least then, we wouldn't have to worry about the VOP. Am I right?
Okay, evening, sir. Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old, abandoned facilities as outposts. You know, the ones left over from the colony war.
60 FPS again.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
Oh, job, tell me about it.
Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available.
Sure, why
No
not?
pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. When it rains, it pours.
You guys are telling me everything. What's up with this?
So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested?
Yeah, sure, why not? Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, first things first, I have to ask, do you have any security experience at all?
I used to be a bounty hunter. I had a run-in with the Crimson Fleet. I don't know if that counts.
It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Nice. What's Mast?
You know, MAST, the headquarters of the entire... You know, headquarters of the entire United Colonies?
I really should have given you a more thorough interview.
Really?
You mentioned Aegis. Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence.
Pronounced Aegis, bro.
Identify threats to New Atlantis. Before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Why am I bringing this package here and not to Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
Hopefully it's not a bomb.
Let me know if you have any questions.
You okay?
I'm really rather busy.
So in real life, I've met maybe 3 people that have vitiligo. So far in this game, I've met 2. I'm an officer now. I can go back here, right?
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
Oh, staple gun. Let's check all of this. Got here. Toilet paper too. Definitely worth something. Just looking, bro. Just calm down. Actually, I'll take that. Holding cells.
You see that scientist out in front of Mast? Staring at trees, sounds upset. Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Oh, mission activities.
I have nothing to say. Do not bother me.
Who are you?
I am a prisoner, trapped by a weak people who do not kill their enemies when they should.
Should I kill you? How'd you end up in the cell?
The Great Serpent called me to fight the unbelievers in the United Colony.
Okay.
UC security! Surrender immediately!
Bro, I don't want to fight you. I want to kill this chick. That one. That one. All right. Clearly not a good idea. Clearly.
Everything good? We're here to help.
All right. Not going to kill that person. That's fine.
That your ship that landed not too long ago? Sure is something.
Is it?
Up there, huh? Space? Must be cool.
All right. I'm a cop now. That's it. That's the end of this playthrough. I'm just a cop. I'm going to go do cop things. What's this? New Atlantis info. Welcome to New Atlantis. Okay. 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 So far people are complaining about the map. That's pretty bad.
My partner and I, we're expecting. It won't be for a while.
What now?
Word of advice.
Sorry,
Steer
can't talk.
clear of the well.
Let's see if I can find a Bria.
We have these things called battle stands. Hope New Atlantis has been treating you well.
Salut. I'm in the middle of something here.
How are you?
Look at that. Found a Bria.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the settled systems. Folks would be okay with me joining the Sanctum Universum?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're pretty anti-religion.
That's a Bria Iyengar.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh, the viewport.
Never a dull day in the big city.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
Yeah.
You're with Constellation? Damn, that's cool. I've always admired you guys. Exploring the stars full time seems like a dream come true. It seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work. I just quit my job as a weapon tester for Mast. Do I need a shower or something?
Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always. Oh, yeah? And yet here we are, only just meeting for the first time. Tell you what, as a hometown boy, I'll give you one on the house. Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Lucky for you, that is literally my job. What can I get you?
This drink is literally the half the cost of a ship.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide.
I have to give it a try.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
I need to eat dinner. We're gonna do that in a second. You should go talk to security.
I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
All right. Sure sounds like you need a helping hand.
I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before
This
we
is a nice
do
plant,
anything
don't you think?
else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colony. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Sure. I'm in. Who do I need to kill?
What? Come on, no. I'm already uncomfortable with this whole thing. Don't go making jokes like that. Seriously, can you help me with this or not?
Sure.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
Well, that was my idea.
Yeah, this is hardly a life or death situation. Some light breaking and entering at worst, right?
How do I get what you need?
I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I know a few things, but not much.
The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course.
I picked one up earlier.
Not knowing. Beyond that, the ship... No offense. I'm not worried. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
I don't see like a journal button.